Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and we're going to cover the locations for Cayde stashes on Titan, since it is the flashpoint this week. So a lot of them are near the arcology, or at least in that side of the world, and the first one is on the way. So let's take this one first. So I chased the gang of awoken thieves up to the arcology. That bridge didn't look too stable, and I'm not in a methane bath, so I stashed what I had and picked up on their trail inside. So the easiest thing to do is load in at the rig at this location over here. Kind of your preference where you get on your Sparrow. If you do it on the upper level, you can have that little jump off, but jump up here. You can run straight through this area here, fall all the way down, skip most of the enemies, and then head on into the tunnel over here on your left. You can still stay on your Sparrow, and chest number 1, kind of hard to miss. It's right here. So if you head over to the arcology, don't forget this thing right over here, kind of tucked in on your right. That is chest number 1. Now, as you pick up these chests, my highly suggested way to do it is to spread them out over time. So from what I've heard, it's half an hour. From what I've heard, it's a little longer, a little less. Just a general idea, don't get more than 3 regional or major chests. So if you pick up a regional chest, and by regional chest, what I mean is the ones that have the icon that looks like this right here. So it kind of has a cross symbol with a dot in the middle. If you pick up, say, 2 of those, and then you start to work on your Cayde's chest, those somehow are linked together. So keep that in mind. If you are going to do chests of any kind, no more than 3, try and spread it out within, an hour. I've heard a half hour, but just to be safe, do an hour. So if you do, like, say, this chest over here, and this chest here, and this chest here, don't even start the Cayde Stash chest at that point. Come back later. But if you say you do these 2 up top right here, these 2, then pick this one up, and then again stop. So try and do no more than 3 close together between either loadings or at least time within your game if it's half an hour. But again, if you notice and you pick up one and you don't get anything from it, definitely don't go pick up any other regional chests. You're not going to get anything else either. So spread that stuff out. That's meant to be that way for a reason. So number 1 is right here. Let's head on to number 2. So crossover the bridge. You can do that on your Sparrow. Saves a little time. Always kind of fun to feel that little scare jump in there. So once you go over here, it's just like we're going into the strike. We'll go up the stairs and work our way towards the arcology. As you get close to the solarium, this is where you're going to start to find a few enemies. So have some fun however you do want to kill them. Enjoy it. Got a couple enemies here. And gonna have a couple more down here. So, number 2, when you can see the window with a crack in it, head to your left over on this platform, and it's right over here, literally on this far corner of the platform, chest number 2. Again, make sure you spread those out. I want you guys to go through and do all 5, and then get nothing on the last 2. You do get a chance from exotics on those, so it is nice to spread those out for that exact reason. So once you enter the solarium, so you're walking through the crack in the window right here. When you pass through, number 3 is going to be on your right. Now you're going to have some enemies in this room, so you're going to have to face them at some point. They're not too bad, but just know that it's going to have to happen. So number 3 is tucked right up here. So if you're not paying attention, you're heading over to those enemies or these enemies over here, and you don't just look up here, you easily could overlook it. Number 3 is tucked over here right on your right-hand side as you enter. Just keep it in mind. You can't overlook it. It's just kind of an easy one to glance by if you don't catch it tucked up here by the wall. So that is number 3. And again, spread those out. Now, number 4 and 5 are both in different directions from this room. 4, I will say, is closer. So let me kill these guys over here on the left, and I'll show you guys where that one is at. Kind of a cool area, but definitely tucked away. Use those grenades. Let me kill a few of these enemies. Once all of them are dead. So the ones we have done so far, you've got the bridge. You've got this one here. Some kind of... this one is in some kind of wall. Not quite, I guess it's the wall before you get into the solarium, if you want to call it that. And number 3, you know what I love about the arcology. So, yeah, pretty much just in the arcology, so in the solarium. So the last 2 are here. Mapping these pings looks like you'll be at some ceiling garden. I'll show you where that one is at next. So once you've cleared out these enemies, you're going to head through here. If you did the strike, you know the big ogre's sitting behind this door with a whole bunch of thrall. So you'd kill him, you'd head over here to the right, and once you're in here, you're actually pretty close. So the arcology is cool, I just wish there was more to it. Ceiling garden, literally right here. So what you're going to do is jump on up, and if you come from the entrance, you'll be facing the right direction. And it's tucked right over here on your right. So don't forget about this one. Again, it's not too far away, so that is number 4. Again, up above the ceiling garden. It's one of the few places you can look up and actually see this little glowing area. Plants falling down. It is just up here in the upper right-hand corner as you're coming from the solarium. So that is number 4. Number 5 is the farthest one. So that's why I did 4 first. So coming back to the solarium, if you're coming from 4, pretty much what you're going to do is go all the way across the room to the other side. If you've got your structure, you can pass right through it. We're heading through those doors over there. To nobody's surprise. La la la. Takes a little bit of time to walk through here. Unfortunately, you can't use your sparrow to blow through this area quite as quickly, especially once you've gotten off of it. So work your way through here. Takes a little bit of time. It's not the fastest one to get to. Just got to cover a fair amount of ground. But again, you'll know you're working through the arcology. If you watch the movie Passengers, literally this whole area looks like part of the ship. So it's basically a floating arcology in space, but same idea. So you work your way through here, around these corners, into the festering halls. Now when you get to the festering halls, you will see it straight across. So a little hard to get to. You got a few enemies to kill. So fall down through here, take these enemies out. Just a couple enemies and, you know, a couple acolytes in a night. Nothing too major. Never going to do anything too crazy to you, just in random patrols. Now you're wondering how you want to get up there, depending on how many of these enemies you come across. One of the easier ways is actually to jump up on this little ledge here. When I'm on, kind of hard to see. And that'll kind of keep you elevated enough that as you get closer over here, you can jump up to this ledge and you're here. This is the one where he talks about the X marks the spot. That would be your X. So right up here is number 5. And as this is the last one, and I don't want to go running all the way back in here unless I have to, I'm going to pick this one up. So let's see what I get. Letter fragments. I actually got an emblem, which is cool. Let's see what that one's all about. So I got the Telstar graphics. Looks kind of old school, kind of cool. Alright guys, but that is it for Cayde Stash. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If this helps you find the locations, spread the word, share this one with your friends, things like that. Again, I just do these so you guys can hopefully find these. And again, make sure you spread them out over time. That is important to make sure you don't kind of screw yourself out of loot. So as you go through, remember, if you're going to do those regional chests as well, spread those out. So max of 3 chests. I hear half an hour, maybe make it an hour. So spread these out over the week or at least a few days if you can. That will help. Even if you do 2 one day, 3 another. After that, you can get all the regional chests you want. Again, up to 3. But again, if you are worried about the Cayde stashes not giving you anything, just spread them out with time and you should be fine. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and as always, hit that subscribe button for YouTube if you haven't. You know I will keep the content coming your way. Of course, hit that alert bell next to the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Get those notifications when new videos come out. Follow me on twitch.tv/Ebontis, twitter.com/Ebontis. And as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Have a great morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at around the world. Have an awesome one. I will see you soon.